בעזרת השם נעשה ונצליח. We are getting closer and closer to Yom Adin, the day of judgment, Rosh Hashana. If you ask people, when is Rosh Hashana? Some people will say soon. People that's a little bit more into that will say in 10 days. Wow, it's getting closer. And there are some people that already, when we did Shabbat Mevarchim, when we announced the month of Elul is coming, they already start preparing themselves for the D-Day, the day that we're all going to face the court, the heavenly court. Now, we know exactly what we did the previous year, the past year, and we kind of preparing ourselves during the month of Elul, Slichot. We're waking up early, and we're singing all those songs. We're doing all those preparation for the holiday. Mainly, we're trying to prepare ourselves between us and God. Because it's easy. I can talk to him directly. I don't see him in front of me, so I don't face the challenges all the time. Nevertheless, there are certain things that we do, and as soon as we do them, we regret them. The Torah said to us, and we're saying it 3 times a day, "V'lo taturu acharei levavchem v'acharei einechem." Do not follow what your heart and your eyes desire. And unfortunately, us men, our eyes, many people saying to me, Rabbi, God gave us the eyes to look around. So imagine, we're going to war. Usually how long war takes? The shortest war that I remember is the 6-day war. And wars usually last for years. Look, America, Vietnam, America, Iraq, Iran and Iraq, South Korea, North Korea, Israel, and the Arabs. So when we go to war, especially a war of mitzvah, who's supposed to go to those? Who will be the soldiers? Usually Talmidei Chachamim, Tzadikei Hador, people that they don't have any Avera in their hands. And the Torah said to us, you're going to war, and you might find a girl that you will like during the war. You're far away from home, your wife is not around. And in the desert, we're saying every thorn is a flower, is a rose. And you really like someone, a goyish girl. And you go to the rabbi, and you ask the rabbi, Rabbi, can I take this shiksa, this girl, for myself? What the rabbi will say? Of course. Why not? You can. But Rabbi, there is no if, but, I can take it? Yeah. To begin with, not b'diavad, aftermath? Yeah, no problem. Imagine the wife of this person will hear this conversation between her husband and the rabbi. She will poke the eyes of the rabbi and then will chop the head of her husband. What is it? No one, especially young couples, they don't like, the wife doesn't like that the husband is looking elsewhere. And it's happened left and right. The Torah said to us, do not follow the desire of your heart and your eyes. And here the Torah gives us a permission that we should follow our eyes and proceed with what our heart desires. How come? How come one of the mitzvot that the Torah commanded us, Yihareg v'lo bal ya'avor, you should be killed and not do this avera. And here the Torah gives us permission to do that. Before someone asks here, how many wives a person can marry? According to the Torah, a person can take up to 4 wives. And again, this is not for fun, this is more to help the first wife, because when the kids coming, it is very, very hard for the mother after the second, third kids to take care of the laundry, to go to the well to bring water. By the way, this was the job of the ladies, to bring the bucket from the well, to prepare food, and so on and so on. So the husband would marry another one, that's to be the help for the wife, and the more kids coming, he could marry more. Baruch Hashem, today we don't have it, because we don't know how to handle one spouse. And therefore, it is so hard to understand this command of the Torah that gives us permission to do that. Nevertheless, when the war finished, 13 years later, this person has a nice quotation boy that start giving him a hard time, and by now this person is regretting that he married this woman, he hates her, and he cannot handle it anymore. He comes to the rabbi and says, Rabbi, you said to me it was okay for me to marry her, so why I have so much trouble? You told me to begin with, the Torah allows me to marry this goyish girl. So why I hate my wife? Why she gave me so much hard time? And on top of that, I have a ben sorer umoreh, a wayward child, a rebellious child. He wants every day meat and wine. And we're talking about quantities. And this badbach guy, poor guy, already spent all the money that he had. And now he get to the point that he had to take his child to the court, to the Beit Din. And the Beit Din sentenced this child to death by stoning. Really doesn't make sense. Regardless how much we give hard time to our parents, and Baruch Hashem, we all gave, we're still giving. My mother, Aleh Shalom, used to tell me, I wish you would have children like you. I used to drive her nuts, like all of us. And I used to say, Amen. And Baruch Hashem, I have kids like me, giving me a little bit hard time. More to my wife, but to that point to take them to the court, to the Beit Din, to be stoned, chas v'chalila. So we have to understand in life, the rabbi said to him, Any action that we do, there is some consequences to that. We do something good, we reap the benefit. We do something bad, unfortunately, we have to pay for that. And this is the concept of Rosh Hashanah, the D-Day, the Judgment Day. That's everyone. Every person in this world is giving account for what he did. And accordingly, he is judged by. So what can we do in order to come to the court and face the Almighty with a little bit more sense of, I'm going to win the case? I mentioned before that the Chata'im, the Avonot, the sin that we did between us and God, for us it's easy to ask for forgiveness. But God says, for what you did for me, no problem. I gave you 2 tablets. In one of them, it's between you and I. And the other one is between you and your fellow human being. Human, meaning friends, spouses, people that you deal with day by day in the community, in business. And chesed starts from home. If we want to do something to benefit us, to be forgiven, we have to start from home. As kids, we have to find a way to ask for forgiveness from our parents. It's easy. Okay, Mom, you forgive me, right? Okay. Of course, John, I forgive you. But somehow, to ask forgiveness between husband and wife, wife and husband, this is something that it's hard to do. We mentioned before the wars that last for years. We have also internal wars between spouses. One said one word, the other one completed it, and they don't talk. So sometimes it takes just a few hours. And I know some cases that last for years. They don't talk. Why they don't talk? Because no one wants to break the silence first. I'm not going to put myself down, and I'm not going to talk to my wife. She started it. She's the blame. And she said, such a chutzpah he has, talk to me like that. I'm not going to talk to him at all till he will apologize. And of course, to ask a man to apologize, it's a little bit hard to accomplish, to get. And in our case, this husband doesn't talk to his wife already a few weeks. And tomorrow morning, he has to go with his friend fishing. Needs to wake up 5 o'clock. He's a heavy sleeper. He wants to ask his wife, that she will wake him up, but I'm not going to talk to her. Finally found a solution. Take a piece of paper and put it on her bed. Please wake me up tomorrow 5 o'clock. Thank you. Very hard, but thank you. Tomorrow morning, he wakes up. Whoa, 10:30. He lost the trip with his friend, but he got much angrier why his wife didn't wake him up. So he get up, and he see the piece of paper that he wrote, wake me up 5 o'clock. Good morning, It's 5 o'clock, wake up, she wrote for him. So this is what's happening when people don't talk to each other. And we're coming to Rosh Hashanah, and it's a little bit hard to bend ourselves down and say to our spouse, I'm sorry. And I want you to know, the most important 3 words in English, it's not I love you, it's I'm sorry. To apologize, it really means that you care about the other person. It really means that you made a mistake. You are a human being. But by putting it deeply in our heart and talk to ourselves, it's amazing how much we can talk to ourselves. Nobody's around. He said to me like that, and I answer him like this, and I'm going to answer him like that, and I'm going to bring his mother to the picture, his father, and the last 10,000 generations from day one, and I'm sure now I'm going to show him. And he said the same thing, no respect, what is this? I'm the head of the house, how dare she not prepare for me my meal when I come from war? Doesn't she understand? And he's talking to himself. Doesn't she understand that I'm providing here? So yes, you are providing and you are completing him, but nevertheless, the communication between us, it's good for nothing. We can talk to our friends so easily, but when it comes to our spouse, to our husband, to our wife, it's a little bit difficult to express ourselves. And why is that? One of the reasons is because we're facing each other day by day. And sometimes we know that the same mistake is going to repeat itself, because this is who am I. He's not going to change me. This is who am I, and she's not going to change me. And it's amazing that before we got married, we saw some blemishes. We saw certain things that we don't like with him, with her. But we kind of comfort ourselves. Don't worry. After the wedding, I'm going to change her. After the wedding, I'm going to make him religious. He will learn by me that going to Bet Knesset every day is very important. And he does it through the first Sheva Brachot days. And after that, hey, don't bother me. I pray to God whenever I want. I have direct line to God. Don't bother me. Or I told you, I don't like shater. We spoke about it before. I want you to go with a hat, with dasmal, whatever. She doesn't want. Look. I look like a yachne, like a bibish, babash, babula. I don't want to look like that. I'm young. I want to put a wig. And things start cooking up. So why is it so hard to explain to our spouse what we think? Because after we get married, we realize that I need to be like my father. I need to be like my mother, maybe. And I have to show from day one who is the boss here. If you want to show who's the boss while you got married, go to work, open your own business. Because showing who is the boss in this business of marriage, you will not get far. You, as a matter of fact, you're ruining your life. Because everything that he will say, she will oppose you, and whatever you said, he will oppose you. So basically, it will be much nicer, like we're sitting right now. Imagine if we had some coffee, tea, some fruit maybe, and we have nothing to do, and we talk to our spouse. How was your day? Fine. And, you know, remember that I said to you that I want you to go every morning to Bet Knesset. Why you don't go? You start again? No, I just want to know. You know what? If you really want to know, it's because it's too early for me to go 7 o'clock to Bet Knesset. Okay, no problem. How about if you go 8 o'clock to Bet Knesset? There are so many minyanim, especially in our town here. We have minyanim upon minyanim. And if you go to Brooklyn, Baruch Hashem, I saw someplace saying, latest shacharit, 11:30 in the morning. It's already milcha time. What is it, 11:30? But, Baruch Hashem, if there is a will, there is a way. And the only thing that we have to do is just open a line of communication. If we will not fight, it will be boring. That's true. People that are far from each other, people that are not connected, they're very polite. Hi, Narzet, how are you, Chubit, everything. Hi, bye. But with people that you are day by day close, you show exactly who you are without putting a mask. So sometimes you don't guard yourself. Sometimes you expect, when I say E, she should understand I meant encyclopedia. I don't have to say everything. By now, 3 weeks after we got married, he should understand who am I. It's very hard to do that. And unfortunately, when we go to acquire driving license, we're going for a few months to learn. But here, when we're going to be together with a person that we know maybe a month or 2 or 6, and if we gather the net amount of time that we've been together, that we spoke, that we exchanged some ideas, maybe it will be 6, 10, maybe 12 hours. I'm kind of excluding all those hours of movies that basically you didn't talk at all. You just sat together, you watched something, and at the end, instead of talking about what you saw, it was a nice movie. Did you enjoy it? Yeah, very nice. You want to eat something? Let's go. 2 hours, that's just wasted. So no wonder why we don't know each other and we don't know how to approach each other. And we have fights. And sometimes we do not regret those fights. And we're facing Yom Adin, we're facing Rosh Hashanah. And God sent us a message, Ruach HaKodesh text. For what you did for me, I forgave you. You came to Slichot, you sent your husband to Slichot, so it's the same thing. And you ask so nicely for forgiveness. You man, you went Erev Chag, you went to a mikveh. So between you and I, God says in this message, everything is clean. I'm giving you another chance. But it's not complete. Because you hurt someone that's very close to you. As a matter of fact, you hurt yourself. What do you mean you hurt yourself? We have to understand that we, husband and wife, are a neshama that was splitted before we came here to this world, and we got reunited with this neshama later on when we got married with our spouse. So if you belittle, you degrade your spouse, it's, as a matter of fact, you're degrading yourself, you're belittling yourself. You know, it's happened to everyone in the kitchen. You're cutting the salad, and all of a sudden, check, you cut your nail, your finger. And it's not the first time. So imagine, you would take a knife in the hand that's got hurt, and you injure the other hand. It's crazy. But this is exactly what we're doing when we're hurting our spouses. This is one neshama, one unit. So therefore, when we're facing Rosh Hashanah, we have to come up with a plan that's the very first person that we ask for forgiveness if we are married. It's our spouse. Later, our parents. And if we don't do that, you can come to Kanisa, sing out loud, Chatanu lefanecha rachem aleinu. You can sing it as much as you want. And God says, I heard you. I forgave you. Did you ask for forgiveness from your spouse? Part of the asking for forgiveness, to do teshuvah, it means that I regret what I did, and I promise not to do that in the future. Rabbi, I regret. Okay, I used a few words that's not proper, and it's amazing. Sometimes we just get locked on the ABC, on the B, and the F. We don't understand any other letters there. I cannot promise that I will not do that again. I'm a human being. That's true. Nobody's perfect. And nobody is asking from you to be perfect. Even Moshe Rabbeinu made mistakes. The question is, are we repeating the same mistakes? Are we doing purposely to make the spouse angry? Or it just, this is our limitation. I don't understand. I give my heart to my husband, and he always complains why the tea is not hot, but it's boiling. Why my wife cannot understand that I'm a man. Men don't like orders, especially to be neat and in order. So my shoes, one of them is here, and one of them, I'm still looking for that. And my pants is in the other room, and my shirt is on the way to the bathroom. This is who am I. This is how I grew up all my life. My mother never complained. So why my wife is complaining? Why I cannot one time just don't hear about that? And of course, our spouses don't understand how bad and not neat we could be, because women, most of them, meaning 20% of them, basically they knit their shirts, their shoes, 100 of them is in the closet, and whenever she wants something, she can find it, and she expects you to be like her. And we have to understand that men cannot be like women, and women cannot be like men. Why is that? Because this is how the DNA of men and women work. Men understand only black and white. Men understand only you have a problem, I have a solution. The women, they have the whole spectrum of colors between black and white. They are more emotional. For them, I like to bring this example all the time because this is something that's happened all the time. You come home, don't talk to me, I have such a headache. And what is our response? Take Advil, take 2 of them. So, kind of, do you think that your spouse doesn't know that if she has a headache, she has to take Advil? Of course she knows. But this is the way that the spouse, the wife, wants to start a conversation with you because she missed you. And she wants you to ask her, oi, 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 I feel so bad for you. Tell me, honey, how was your day today? All of a sudden, you just ask the right questions. There is no headache anymore. Janam, sit here. I want to tell you what happened to me today. You want tea? You want some ice water or something? I'll bring you. And that's it. You, as a matter of fact, you want the heart of your spouse. But you can lose it as fast as it's possible. You come home and you're kind of so happy. Finally, you leave all the problems of work outside and you open the door and screaming out loud, nicely, honey, I'm home. And she, from the kitchen, giving you such a hard look. Baruch Hashem, finally you came home. Look what the kids are doing, fighting with each other. Look what they did on the wall. They don't want to eat. They didn't do the homework. Where are you? And you're kind of thinking into yourself, what is this? It's not enough that my boss screamed at me. It's not enough that my client didn't pay me on time and I'm still running after an invoice from 3 years ago. Now I have to have it at home. And what happened? You come to the kids, 2 smacks here and there, don't fight, go to sleep. How come you didn't do the homework? You know what? No homework, your teacher will punish you. Go to bed, and you collect all the toys, and you go wash your face, and in a few seconds, the house becomes quiet, and you go to your wife and say, you see, it's your fault. You don't know how to control the kids. And at this point, what you did, you took a bucket of gasoline and you put it on fire because she's going to answer you now. As a matter of fact, both of you losers. And each one of you holding grudge. And sometimes this grudge goes to Rosh Hashanah. Because none of you want to bend down and admit, you know what, maybe I was wrong. Not maybe. I was wrong. I didn't understand that, you had such a hard time at work. And you say, I didn't really realize how hard is that to take care of kids. And I want to tell you guys that taking care of kids, it's very, very hard. How do I know? So Baruch Hashem, my wife volunteered to open Camp Safta. My daughter is working, and there is no babysitting for her, for the kids. So my wife volunteered, both of us, without even consulting me, we will take care for the 2 months, our 2 grandchildren. It's not nice for me, a father that loves his daughter so much, to say, it's only mommy, not me. And I regret that I didn't say that, because the whole 2 months, I understood how hard is that to take care of kids, to feed them, to change them, to tell them stories. 50 times the same book. Again. So you know it by heart. Again. And God forbid, if you don't, you hear a concerto of screaming. She doesn't want to eat now. And you have to take them to the park. And it's a whole day of work. So why I'm telling you? Because you don't have a chance, except maybe Sundays, to be with the kids. But us men, Sundays, we you remember you said to me that I have to go to Shiurim? I promised you to go to Shiurim? Well, Sunday is the day that I can go to Shiurim. And you go to Shiurim just to eliminate to be with the kids. You will regret it later on. And you come to the shiur, and after 5 minutes, you fall asleep. In the meantime, your wife is so happy. My husband is going to shiurim, Baruch Hashem. So she suffers a little bit more, but she's happy. And when you come back from shiur, the wife's so excited. No, tell me, what did you learn? It's too complicated for you. Too complicated for me. So make it easy. But you said to yourself, into your heart, I was sleeping. I didn't understand what they're talking. What am I going to tell her? So remember, chesed starts from home. How many times your wife told you, you're such a hypocrite. Outside, you're so nice. You smile to everyone. You help everyone. When I ask you to do for me something, I don't have time. Can't you do that by yourself? I will never take the garbage out. This is not a custom in our family. I never heard about such a custom, but we don't want to do. We want to show that we are macho. And then again, we are going to overlook all these things for Rosh Hashanah. And unfortunately, this part is not forgiven by God. It's a black mark in our record. We didn't keep Shabbat properly. God says, you know what? I have patience. I'm sure next year you're going to learn, as you promised me in the last 15 years, and you didn't do. About Kibbutz Avrohom, you're doing it very good, God says. I'm very happy. You leave your wife waiting for you at night, and you go momentarily 3 hours, 4 hours to give Kibbutz Avrohom to your mother, father. And of course your mother, Janam, you look so skinny. 300 pounds. Your wife probably doesn't feed you. Here, eat. I prepared for you palo, ash palo, ala esh, what have you. And it's not nice. My mother, and in your heart, you know that your wife prepared for you food. And you don't know how to say to your mother, no. And unfortunately, mothers don't know when their job ended. And this is something that I have I'm saying it to all mother-in-laws that's ruining families. You miss your son, Baruch Hashem, Apple created for us iPhone, Samsung created for us other smartphones, and just learn how to use it and call your son, Janam, I miss you, how are you, everything is okay? Did you eat? Really? Okay, I'm happy, bye. Don't come visit me today. That's it. And if you want to be a nice mother-in-law, come and I prepared for you, for both of you, some food. I will bring it down. I will bring it to your car. Don't come and visit me. And go. And you don't have to ask it's amazing, it's always the son. You don't have to ask your son every night to come and fix a bulb. And by the way, sit for 4 hours. I don't understand this movie. They're talking English. Explain it to me. And when you come home, you see that your wife prepared for you a nice dinner with candles. And of course, you didn't come. She didn't eat. She's angry at your mother. And soon she's going to hate her. And soon you just don't understand what my mother did to you. Why you hate her. If you think twice, you will see that you, the husband, you caused the whole thing. You have to explain nicely to your mother, Baruch Hashem, my wife knows how to cook. And if you need something, I will come, once a week. Put all of them together, and I will take care of it. But Rabbi, Kibud Avaim, what is this? Mitzvah, a mitzvah. All of a sudden you become Admor, mitzvah. You have to do mitzvah. So I want to tell you, there is a mitzvah in the Torah that's saying, Al ken ya'azov ish et aviv ve'et imo ve'davak ve'ishto. And therefore, a husband will leave his father and mother and cling to his wife. That's it. Mitzvah from the Torah. You have to cling to your wife. Not respect your parents or her parents, but cling to your wife. You want to see your mother? Go together. So your mother will see that your wife is taking good care of you. There is a peace and harmony between the two of you. That you're coming, both of you, to visit the mother-in-law. And both of you eating the food or what have you. So, we have to understand that when it's come to facing Rosh Hashanah, it is not only between us and God. It is also between us and our spouses. It is also between us and our kids. Sometimes we neglect to understand that kids are kids, regardless of their age. And we just belittle them all the time. Oh, you're such a stupid son. You never understand what I'm telling you. No. Your son tried to do the best. And when you degrade him like that, no wonder why soon he's going to answer you back. Soon, when he will start working, he will tell you, ciao bambino, I'll see you maybe in the holidays. He goes and rents another place to be far away from you. So all these things we have to understand, we have to face it for Rosh Hashanah, and we have to make sure that we will not come empty-handed there, that we have the forgiveness of our spouse, that our kids, when they will come to us for forgiveness, we will not remind them things that's happened 100 years ago. You've been such a lousy person. You never knew how to read the Torah in your bar mitzvah. I was so ashamed of you. No. They're coming to us for forgiveness, like our Father in heaven. Salachti kidvarecha. I forgive you as you requested. And Be'ezrat Hashem, by doing that, HaKadosh Baruch Hu will inscribe all of us the Sefer Chaim Tovim, Sefer Parnasah, Sefer Shel Shalom, Shalom Bayit, peace and harmony at home, peace and harmony in the whole world, especially in Israel. And Be'ezrat Hashem, this upcoming year of 5776, Tafshin Ayin Vav, will be a year that, as we all expect, will be the year of Mashiach. Amen v'amen. Any questions? Baruch, yeah.
I remember you were talking about a kid.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
You said that there was a kid who was wanting to eat meat and wine, and they killed him.
Yeah.
Did you finish?
So, the Torah said to us about Ben Sorer Umoreh. Ben Sorer Umoreh, at the beginning of Parashat Ki Tetzeh, the Torah tells us about a case that a person goes to a war, and during the war, he fell in love with a shiksa, with a goyish girl. The Torah said to us, you have permission to have her. And then the Torah goes to another paragraph. A man would have two wives, and one of them he loves and the other one he hates. And what he's supposed to do if the firstborn came from the wife that he hates? He should give him double. And then the Torah goes, another paragraph, that parents will have a child that it's a wayward, a rebellious. And they have to take him to Bedin, and the Bedin will stone him. Our Chachamim said, if you take such a wife in the middle of the war, not Jewish, and just to have fun, because you cannot hold your desires, so it will not last forever as a love and passion. Soon, you're going to hate her. But since you spend time with her, you're going to have a child from her. And this child is going to give you a hard time. It's kind of for your action you have to pay. What you're going to gain by marrying a goyish woman? You're going to have a goyish nachat. What is goyish nachat? Problems from the wife and problems from the children that's coming from her. A Jewish nachat is peace and harmony at home. You are very proud of your children, and you're happy to be the leader of such a house. So this is what the Torah said. By the way, the Chachamim said that this case of Ben Sorer Umoreh never happened, never will be. So if so, why the Torah put it there? To teach us that we should learn this this paragraph, this part of the Torah, as we did it right now, and to gain reward for that. Listen to my lecture about that on Torah Anytime. By the way, Torah Anytime doing a wonderful job spreading Torah all around the world, and we should kind of support them, like them, and so on and so on. And I explained that basically from this case of Ben Sorero More, we're learning a lot of how to educate our kids. Maybe we'll talk about it next time. Thank you very much for coming. Be'ezrat Hashem, tell your friends to come next time. Shana Tova to all of us.